Welcome back to the Domenicricc Show. This one is a special episode. I am interviewing, I don't want to call it an interview, discussion with one of my closest friends. This is a very important episode because he set his mind to something and he completed it. I want to show you this so you can understand what he went through, what it took, and what it felt like when he was done. Everybody, this is my friend, Jesse Hernandez. What's going on, my brother?
What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Good, dude.
Good to see you.
What is the Spartan Race? Give it in a few sentences and a brief introduction of yourself.
Well, I'm Jesse Hernandez. I'm 28 years old. I've been working in the marketing industry for about 5-6 years. And honestly, just been using sports or, obstacle races like Spartan Race to kind of keep me narrowed, keep me straight. Just because, I feel it's just such a great way to get your mind in the right spot. When people see the Spartan Race, they think it's just, like a Tough Mudder or something like that. I mean, all those races are very difficult.
Yeah.
They're not easy.
So, as he said, the Spartan Race, let me show you guys some examples of what it looks like. Where's the first one? So, this is the end, bag pull, roll. Okay, so this is a little bit of the course. I think of Spartan Race like this when I tell people, medieval times marathon. That's really how I explain it. Let's show some example. All right.
Yeah, go James. Go.
Obstacles, if you want to call it obstacles. Yeah.
Obstacle.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Rope climb. Was this one. All right. Let's show bag pull. Jesse, do you remember this moment? All right, don't jump the gun. I'm gonna keep this in, by the way. So we're gonna get into it, baby. So something else this has to be done. And by the way, I tried this. Difficult. I did it for my cousin. Remember? All right, let's show them now. We're gonna show. So this is not all of the obstacles. You said, that's a fair word to use.
Yeah.
Okay. There's many more obstacles. Here's another example of what do you call this one? Ring.
This one?
This is
that was
doing the ring.
That's a tough one.
All right, so
That's the way you ended.
that's the end.
Yeah, that's
okay, so that was the last and final one. But let's start from the beginning. All right, Jesse, I want to know this. What was the initial decision to join? What was the backbone? Okay, why did you want to do this race?
That's a great question. So about 5 years ago, I was going through a lot. I was smoking a lot. I was drinking a lot.
Yeah, me as well. Yes, no, honestly, we both changed our lives. Go ahead.
And I just wasn't happy with myself. I guess that's the best way to put it. So I remember a good friend of mine put me on 75 hard. I wouldn't say it's a challenge. I would say it's a program just to kind of mentally reset you.
75 hard. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So 75 hard real quick. That's a very good point. Jesse, this is why he's one of my best friends. Guys, I only have this many friends. How many is this? I think 6 probably, or 7, 5, I don't know. But the reason is because I keep my circle small. People like Jesse. So he does the 75 hard. I'm gonna say it real quick so we get into the back to Spartan Race. So you could look it up for yourself, but he does this every single year. 75 hard, 75 days. Look up what it is, and he does it to kind of put himself in a mindset to set him. I don't want to speak for him, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So honestly, doing that the first time, I wanted to also put myself in the...
Wait, doing what the first time?
The Spartan Race. I wanted to put myself in the best possible situation, at least for 75 hard. So I checked when the next Spartan Race was. It just so happened to be exactly 30 days from the start of 75 hard to that race.
Wow, very interesting. I didn't know that. So you might have told me. Did you tell me?
No, I don't think I told.
Wow, that's very. And look, you still. That even makes me more happy and proud of them. I would kiss him right now in the head, but we're live on camera. I cannot. All right, so basically, you gave the reason why. Now, this is just a question that I think about because during my competition, you can't really see right now. I have pictures above the wall anyway. There were certain people who were envious when I was training during those moments. And my question to you, was there any, during the prep of this Spartan Race, were there any roadblocks or was there any person who was kind of against it? Either one of those, because for me it was. So I just want to know for you, because we kind of do this, we both have the same mentality for why we compete in sports. Okay,
Right.
so yeah, curious about that for you. Was there any roadblocks, like I said, or anyone that didn't want you to do it, didn't agree with it, any of that sort? Any envious? Did you know?
I wouldn't say that there was anybody envious. You know, I always feel like I've been blessed to have a good circle around me, same way as you, right?
Yeah.
I have a close-knit circle. You know, you want to keep a close circle. Thankfully, I was blessed to have a lot of good people my way, a lot of folks that either were joining me, even, you know, like just having, like my wife, for instance, with me to every day when I was training, keep going another day, keep getting yourself ready for this situation. Now, I'm not going to lie. I feel like me and James, your brother,
Yeah.
you know, we did a race together a year ago or 2 years ago, and that one was difficult.
What was that race?
That one was in
Wait,
Jersey.
that was a Spartan too.
That was a
That was a Spartan as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Fantastic. And also, I just want to, Jesse, thank you because you helped my cousin. You know, you guys helped my cousin Joe, which you remember Joe, but Joe was a part of this race, and without you, Jesse and James, my brother, you know, Joe, he probably wouldn't have even thought about it, anything. But I thank you for helping him finish it. You know, I seriously do. But all right, so you answered the question. You know, there were no roadblocks, and I asked that because for me during my prep there were a bunch. But it's not about me today. I actually
What do you feel like your roadblocks?
So for me during my prep, it was wrong people in my life at the time.
Right.
You're still amazing.
What? What is that?
I'm
Not
not
talking about my amazing brother.
But I'm not talking about my brother, of course. I'm talking about certain people. It doesn't matter who. So, Jesse, for this Spartan race, walk me through what prep was like. Walk me through what literally your schedule was during prep.
So it's a couple things. One, I would say it's definitely a pull situation or like a lot of leg work as well, just because you're doing a lot of lifting your body. For instance, you're climbing, whether it's the rope climbs, whether it's the wall climbs, and you're carrying a lot. So whether it's like you showed earlier, the 100-pound bag that you're just using your back and your biceps to. So for training, what I would do would be a lot doing squats, a lot of that, doing box jumps.
Really?
Yeah.
You were training box jumps for the Spartan race.
At the end of the day, it's all about how high you can jump for certain things, man. Because there's no step there, so you got to actually jump and then pull yourself up.
Unbelievable. Okay.
Pull-ups, stuff like that. Yeah.
So basically, you did like a lot of strength training as well, I assume, or no?
Yeah, weight training and cardio. So it would always be in the morning, just because I'd rather knock it out. I hate it.
Yeah.
I'll always do cardio.
But hey, look, but what he said right there is why we're friends. He hates it, but he still does it. That is a mentality that we will share forever, God willing.
Yeah.
That is. So let me ask you, a little bit deeper. Nutrition.
Okay.
Okay, so for how was your diet during prep? What did your diet? Did you make any changes to your diet? Did you have any regimented diet plan, or were you kind of eating whatever? Because that is also, I was thinking about that as well. Because for me, during my show, I had a whole meal plan anyway.
Right.
So did you have any sort of meal planning?
I'll be
how was
honest
your
with
diet?
you. Yeah, that's a great question. I'll be honest. In the beginning, my whole idea was I need to get lighter. I think at the time when I started, I was around 230 pounds. By the time I got to the Spartan race, I got around 209, 210.
So you lost weight during the process?
Yeah.
During this process?
You had to, because at the end of the day, it's like, dude, you're lifting lifting 230 pounds versus lifting like 200 pounds. It's going to be a lot.
You basically want to be as lean as possible.
Exactly.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. But the cool thing is, one thing I do love about the race is, one, it's inspiring in the sense of, look, you can put yourself through the hardest challenge that you're facing right now, still make it to the end, and that could be your story of your life right there, man. Because, dude, how often do we hit a moment in our lives where it's, like you were saying earlier before, a roadblock, right? Now, it's all up to the reaction that you're given. It's the reaction of, are you going to be the person that's going to act defeated and walk another path?
Wow, unbelievable statement.
I appreciate that. Or are you going to be the other person that's going to climb over that?
I love it,
and
Jesse.
Make it to the end, bro.
Guys, he's right now. I'm getting motivated.
I appreciate
That's the kind of man you are. I'm getting motivated listening to this. Were there any sacrifices? Did you have to make any sacrifices? Meaning, I don't know, maybe give up going out once a week if you go out, for this race?
Yeah, plenty of things. Going out, in the sense of just hanging out with friends and stuff like that. I feel like in the U.S. we're in a drinking culture.
Yes.
You know, now it's dying
Agree with that.
down, which is a good thing that, you know, a lot of studies are showing like Gen Z is less of a drinking culture. So I would say going out had to die down a lot. Just because, one, you have to focus on this. Two, I was also doing 75 hard. So for that time, I had to make sure I was not drinking.
Absolutely.
You know?
Okay, yeah.
So that was one. And then the other thing was, you know, making sure you get into 2 workouts. And there'll be days where, you know, my day didn't end on the exact time I wanted it to.
So hold
I had
on,
to make extra time.
I don't mean to interrupt. Saying
Yeah.
getting 2 workouts in, so that's a part of the Spartan training.
No, I would say that that's actually a part of the 5 hard.
Got it. Okay.
So it just put me in the best possible spot. So by the
Got
time I
it.
got there, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go.
Wow. All right. So told us a little bit about prep, and it's just very intriguing to me because I'm gonna do it, like I said, and you're gonna probably help me, like with the training.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about race day.
Yeah.
On the morning, tell me. No, rewind.
Yeah.
Talk about the night before.
Okay.
What was going through your mind the night before the race? The night before, literally. You could start maybe from dinner, like whatever feelings you were having. All right, let me pick a time. Cause we were at an Airbnb together.
Yeah.
Guys, by the way, this is all a whole big thing we did.
Yeah.
So after we had our big group dinner, remember that night?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the race was the following morning.
Yeah.
So after the dinner, basically when you were in bed, how were you feeling? Because you knew the next day was the race. So what was, yeah, go ahead.
I'll be honest with you, I was feeling excited.
Wow.
The reason being is not just because of doing the race, is like this is the first time I'm going with like a group of people, 2 people, my brother-in-law and Joe.
Everyone that was there.
First time, and then me and James, we did the last one together. That one was really hard, so I knew I had like a brother with me to go up that mountain.
And I don't mean to interrupt, but I want you guys to know what kind of person he is, and my brother. So, you remember what you did for Joe, you guys?
Absolutely.
So what they did, he's gonna get right back into what he was saying. It was my cousin's first time doing, you know, some sort of competition where I am very happy that he did this, and I'm very proud of him, and there's a first time for everyone. Jesse and my brother basically waited for my cousin, basically guiding and helping my cousin through this entire race because he has experienced it and he's done it. So that is honestly the kind of man who is sitting next to me. That's the kind of person he is.
Appreciate
okay?
that, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, the whole thing was, we made it like a rule. You start together, you're gonna finish together.
Damn, I love that.
Because it's like, dude, how often do you have people by your side for your whole life, right? That are going to be right there, you know, cheering you on, making sure there's going to be things that you're going to have your own private battles.
Yeah, wait, so go back to...
Yeah, so I was excited. At the end of the day, you know, you're having like a good group of people by your side. You know, you're about to face this job. At the end of the day, there was no fear. It was just like, all right, let's get to the day so we can actually put the hard work.
So it was like, you were feeling... What's the word? This is, let me actually think of the word. Like, let me think of the word, Jesse. So you were feeling, what is it? You could help me maybe. What is the word? Very eager. You were feeling
eager. Yeah.
Okay. So no nerves the night before.
Not many nerves, just like a lot of like, all right, let's get this going. Remember, you know, we trained at that point for me, I trained about 2 months. All right, now it's like, let's
It's go time. So you're just ready to go. That's how you felt.
Exactly.
It's go time right now. All right. Interesting. Because I felt very similar the night before, you know, my competition, which you were there.
Would you rather be fearful, or would you rather be like, dude, I put in all this goddamn work for something, bro?
Please say that one more time for them.
Do you want to be fearful, or do you want to act like it's your go time because you put in all this hard work? You did all the right things, man.
We think the same, and that's why he's sitting next to me. So basically, you could correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Jesse's basically saying he wasn't nervous the night before because he gave this race everything he had, and he has no regrets, correct?
No.
So how could you be fearful? Exactly. How could you be nervous?
Right.
Dig a little deeper, because I want to think the psychological, okay? All right, morning of. Walk me through the exact morning of. The time you woke up, the prep, and the feeling. In that timeline, please.
Time I woke up about 6 a.m., right? You know, just enough.
And how much sleep did you get that night?
At that point, I slept at, 10 to 6 a.m.
So like, plenty of sleep. Okay, good.
Because we knew we were going to leave early, so it's
Got it.
like, you know, it's not like we wanted to sleep late. But, yeah, you know, woke up, showered up, automatically, you know, did like a cold shower so it can wake my ass up.
Wow.
Really
So you were, even in the morning, you were still feeling eager. Still no nerves.
Well, now it's game time. So now it's like you're trying to figure out, like, all right, bro, let's go. You know,
Exactly.
like, lock in, because I know it's going to be a hard couple hours that we're about to walk into.
Unbelievable. Let me pause you, because the reason I'm asking about this is because this affects a lot of people from completing things or starting things, nerves or, you know, emotions, okay? So that's the reason I'm asking.
I think when it comes to that is like, you got to remember your why. You know, like for me, I'm about to have a kid soon.
By the way, God bless you guys. About to be a parent. November.
Yeah.
I am truly, it's a gift from God. God bless you. Go ahead.
you.
Sorry for interrupting.
So, you know, I'm about to have a kid. I'm married. I want to be a better example. You know, like at the end of the day, you always want to lead the next generation in a better outlook. So that was my why. But for somebody else, it could be, you know, like, you got to think about it.
I love what you said.
You got to get yourself in the mentality of what else are you living for? Because if you only think that you're living for yourself, that's going to be a detrimental thing to someone's life.
So on the way to the race, you know, in the car, was there any moments of like silence where, you know, you guys just wanted to think? You know, just, I don't know, meditate, help your mind. Was there any of that? You guys were talking the whole way?
I feel like for most of the time we were talking the whole way just because, like, people questions about, like, you know, what the courses is going to be
for
like.
the people who never did it.
Yeah, and then just, like, you know, talking about, like, why they wanted
Very
it.
interesting.
You know? Yeah.
And I asked that for a reason because I remember during my show, you know, backstage, I was not talking to anyone, but it was different though because you guys did it
It's
together.
the individual,
exactly.
Right? You know, you're focusing on you.
Exactly. It's very different scenario. All right. So now, Jesse, we're in the day of the race, and let me tell them something real quick. Keep in mind, we were there. Me, my significant other, Jesse's wife, James's significant other, Jesse's brother-in-law's wife, and we were all there. And at one point, it started. I can't even explain. It was like God chose, let me take a mountain of water and just dump it for 10 minutes, no, 20 minutes straight nonstop. That's what it was like. Pouring rain. So I remember. But keep in mind, Jesse finished in 7 hours, and the reason was because he was trying to help my cousin. And
your brother, yeah.
Yeah, well, Jesse and my brother.
Yeah.
So now, Jesse, walk me through what you guys, you know, walk me through the challenges during the race.
So, like, I'll be honest, from the first minute, we underestimated our situations.
What do you mean by that? So he said you guys underestimated your situation?
Yeah,
what do you mean exactly by that?
There's training, but there's like also being mentally prepared for what you're about to walk into. I'll be honest, for me, I kind of like just walking into the situation and then just face it.
Damn!
Maybe that's a smart thing.
So you like,
nothing, but,
so the unknown, that's like more peace of mind for you.
Yeah.
Interesting. Because a lot of people have fear of the unknown.
I feel like you use it as a strength because like the biggest thing is like, you know, you get to that situation, how are you going to overcome it, right?
Yeah.
You know, like...
Yeah.
Maybe I am going to make it over the freaking hill. You know, maybe I am going to climb the rope this time. Maybe I am going to... I mean, let me get back to it.
Yeah.
Like, you know...
Go ahead.
We get to that race. We get to the starting line. I know when me and James did it for the first time, we had to go under barbed wire, and then it was a starting line. So we were like, oh.
Wait, when you did it the first time?
Yeah, ever.
Got it. Not this race.
Yeah.
Okay.
We went under some barbed wire and then popped up, and we were like, oh, wow, this is start a race? That was crazy. This time it didn't have that. It said climb a wall, which I was like, oh, that's not bad. You start the race, and then you look up, and it's just a mountain.
Wait, so you didn't...
I didn't know it was going to be... Nah, I didn't know it was gonna be like a 3-mile hike or something.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So it was just, for the first, how long was this mountain that you had to climb?
3 miles up, and I believe 3 miles and some change down.
Unbelievable. So that was basically the first course. Let's stick to one word. Course or obstacle. What do you think I should call it?
Okay, for the first obstacle?
No, well, the whole thing. The first thing was the hill. Yeah. What do you call each, like, challenge?
Those each challenge is obstacle.
So call everything an obstacle. So the first obstacle was the hill. The 3 miles up, 3 miles down.
No, it's just 3 miles up.
Oh, okay.
So once you got to like a mile and a half, there you got your, I guess, second obstacle, because first thing is just cardio. You're going uphill.
And how long did that take for you guys?
That mile?
No, I thought it was 3 miles. Okay, go ahead.
The first mile was straight up, just going up at probably like, maybe not 90, but like 120, whatever. It was a steep hill for 40 minutes. It took 1 mile, 40 minutes, because we'll get up. You know, and remember, it's 2 new guys. And
exactly.
Then, you know, 2 people that already went through it.
Yeah.
So, like, me and James kind of understood, like, all right, you know, last one we did was uphill, but, you know, we didn't know how long for this one. So, anyways, we get up there, we would stop incrementally. Just to gather ourselves, get some water, and then keep going up. We got to that first
Wait, I'm going to pause you, because, so you would basically pause to take breaks on the hill.
Yeah.
Like, no, to take water, electrolytes,
Check on everybody.
Got it.
Are you
okay?
And that's the thing, like, Your cousin Joe, bro, this is his first time.
Yeah,
So, you know.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to pause Jesse right here. I'm going to jump in for a second. So, at a certain point, you know, we were waiting and waiting.
It's like, did they die?
Yeah, no, so I can't explain, you know, because I was very worried. You know, my little cousin's like my brother, and it was his first one ever, and I know they were with him, so he was safe. But, so during this moment, keep in mind, I had no idea where they were, and I was going crazy, literally. I was trying to find them. I was about to join the race myself. I was going to take off my shirt. I'm not even kidding.
Grab a band and just go.
Look, we can ask everyone who was there. Ask your wife, ask your brother, my significant other. I was going to jump in to find you guys. I'm not even kidding, okay? So just keep that in your mind. And I want to tell them that as well. Just so they can understand the importance that it is and what it means, okay? So, all right. That's the beginning of the obstacle. Now, after the hill, go on. What's next? So what was the next obstacle?
So the first thing was climbing over a wall, you know, and at the end of the day...
I have that. Let's see. Climbing over a wall. Do I have that one? Example, rope climb, bag pull. No, I don't have that one. Okay, so yeah, really explain that. So that was after this mountain.
Yeah.
All right, go on. Like, what was this like?
So that was, you know, it's crazy. Like you said, it started to rain, so at that point...
Oh, no, not rain. Buckets.
Showers, bro.
Ocean. It was like 20 minutes nonstop, right? No, longer. I think longer.
20, I think you were 20 to 30 minutes, because I know 1 mile I did...
Hold on, I have to pull up a picture. At some point, like, I have many pictures. It's so funny.
Soupy mud.
Soaking wet, muddy. Go on. So sorry to interrupt, but that was a very important day, even for me, because, you know, I was waiting for you guys. Go on, though.
So, you know, like, getting to that, we were like, crap, you know, we gotta quick, boom, push your body up. If it's your first time, you rock climbing.
Got it.
You know, but we made it through.
So wait, you basically, like, I wish I had an example. How high was it?
So like 6 feet or something like
that. So you had to climb over and then climb down it? Exactly. Got it. Yeah. Okay. So that was obstacle 2. All right. Let's pause right here. At this moment, or let's say during this second obstacle or after, was there anyone out of all 4 of you who you could tell was, you know, struggling, kind of, you know, hitting the wall? If you want to say, what that means is, how do you explain hitting the wall? When your body literally is giving up, you can't. Okay, so at that point, was there any...
Like when we got to the 3 mile.
Wait, no, so we're at the second course, right? The obstacle.
Okay, we're at the obstacle, yeah.
We're at the rock climbing right now. So at this point, was there any, did you notice any, you know...
No, everybody was pretty good.
Still, okay.
Everybody was pretty good, you know. It's not rock climbing, it's just like climbing over like a wooden wall.
Oh, so I'm thinking about it. So it wasn't a long time. It wasn't.
No, like it was something like quick. You know?
All right, keep in mind, I can't see this because it's a giant. How big is this whole thing? This entire like,
huge.
if you had a like, it's like the size of
you saw probably
half a town.
15% of the race.
Exactly. So keep in your mind, it's maybe the size of half of a town.
Yeah.
For example, they set up the course like that. So the second obstacle course, I thought it was a big rock climb, but it's got it. Okay.
But you know, at the end of it, we were able to make it through. We did a couple more obstacles, finally make it to what we think is the top of the hill. And so...
Wait, this is after the rock climb?
Yeah, this is after it.
Wow.
So
all right, so during the first obstacle, basically the rock climbing was a part of it, you're saying? That's what it is?
Yeah, like we were definitely... There was a couple climbs. It's just... One was like, that was the first one, so it was a little shorter. Then the next one was a tad bit taller, so on and so forth.
So a part of this first hill?
Yeah.
Okay, so during this hill, tell me, all right, what else was, all right.
Then after that, you're going steep. You're going up.
After climbing?
Yeah, after the...
It's straight up again.
Yeah, and then you're going straight up. And, you know, that was like a wake-up call a little bit, just because, like...
Yeah, tell me why do you say that?
You look up, and then you see how far it's going up. Now...
Wow. I didn't understand why you just said that, though. Because you look up, you're like, damn, right? You didn't expect it.
Exactly.
Go on. Wow.
And, you know, I feel like that's a big thing in and of itself. You know, why I say that is, like, you're looking up and you're seeing, like, holy crap, this is about to be something that's a little crazy, you know, but am I willing to face it? You know, of course. For me, the other thing is I paid $200 and something.
Yeah, you're like,
sure I want to finish this freaking race.
You're so funny. Yeah, exactly. That's hilarious.
So it's like, all right, you know, well, it's a hill. So we were able to get up that, and I gotta give it to you, man, like, or give it to everybody, dude. Like, it was hard for them, but they were like, they're gonna persevere. And it was great. And you know, that whole race all had different points where it's like certain just lessons just come out. You know, it's like that was one. It was like, all right, you can see the challenge, but are you going to be scared, or are you going to like actually go up? And plenty of people were doing it too, and I'm like, look at all these people doing it.
And that was probably motivating you.
Yeah,
It's like, if they're doing it, I can do it.
Exactly. So, like, how often do you go online and you see like Elon Musk or Bezos or something like that, like doing the
Shake my hand. Because we think the same, me and Jesse. That's, he's a part of my team, by the way, guys. And Jesse, we're going to work together forever, God willing. But I envision the same way. If you put your mind to it, it's going to happen.
Right.
I tell myself, I'm going to get my pro card, and I will, Jesse, for my men's physique bodybuilding. So just like you said, I don't mean to throw it off subject, but we think alike. And I love that. Now, I want to get into this. So, all right, at what point during the race did you notice, okay, wall has been hit for somebody? At what point during the race and what hour? And
I got you,
honest,
I got you.
everything
I got you.
real.
I think like 3 hours in, so we're...
So, 4 hours to go still.
Yeah.
So in 3-4 hours, you started to notice somebody, even yourself or no?
Yeah.
Even yourself. Yeah. Wow.
I mean, at that point, I already had gotten hurt. So.
Oh, pause. Jesse jumped the gun. I was gonna get there. No, that's fine. So, okay. All right. So in total, basically, it was a 7-hour race with how many obstacles would you say?
I would say about 25
to 30 obstacles on. All right. So as Jesse said, he got injured during this race. And can you please show the camera?
Yeah.
So keep in mind, the race was the date. Let me remember it, actually. Hold on. I do remember it. Wait. It was July 10th.
Damn.
11th or 10th. 11th is the race. Okay. And today is Monday, August 2nd. In the race, Jesse got injured, and I'm going to show you one moment where I was pushing him to finish. And by the way, he wasn't going to stop anyway, but this is just the way and how we are as friends. Let's show this clip. I wish you could hear it, but let's make it bigger too. So during this moment, this was Jesse trying to push.
Come on, hold on.
Finish with a broken finger. He fell. Is that you? All right. So, guys, please take a look at this clip. So I have a little bit. I'm gonna show you my cousin doing. What do you call this? The rings. What is it called?
Doing the rings. Yeah.
The ring. So you guys watch. This is the obstacle. This is my cousin. I really wish the audio would hear. I don't know why it's not. It's all right. Let's just watch. All right, so this is me in the background trying to motivate my cousin to get him to finish, and he still finished the race, by the way. Okay, but now let's skip to Jesse. Let's go to Jesse. All right, this is Jesse, and in this moment, I find out I didn't know he dislocated his finger. Fingers, right?
No, finger.
Finger, one, okay. Yeah. No, and he was in severe pain, okay? And I found out right now in this video that you're watching that he dislocated, and this is Jesse finishing with a dislocated bone.
Hold on. Nice and slow. Hold on. Let's go. Swing. Swing your hips. Swing your...
During this moment,
come on, swing. You got that. One more swing.
Jesse,
hold
you
on.
remember this moment.
Hold on.
You remember, right?
Let's go. Slap it. Let's go.
And then...
All right, hurry up. She's waiting.
He finished. And during that moment, Jesse, explain the pain to me. And you could even explain, because I was right behind him, motivating him, trying to get him to finish. Explain that moment, during that moment. And keep in mind, this is 7 hours later. This is the end of the race, right?
Right.
Because after this was, they had to jump over fire. But explain to me during the moment of that, everything. So you guys remember, you had to do it twice. So you tried it. And you fell once, remember?
Yeah, I mean, that was the end of the race. Very happy, we made it there, especially after all of that. And it was like, all right, we're here, let's go finish it. And I probably felt not twice, like three or four times.
So it fell off the rings 3 times.
Yeah.
And guys, I was watching it. I remember. I definitely remember twice, but you said 3?
Yeah.
So
be real with you.
Yeah.
Hey, at the end of the day, it was either finish it or fail, man. And I didn't want to do that, right? My hand hurt. Bro, it is what it is. You kind of have to push through the situation and get there. So if we're doing this, we might as well do it right. Seeing all those other people being able to do it, I was like, okay, if they're able to push through, let me push through.
Wow,
that's the biggest thing. you know, we all have our situations, you know, we're all gonna, you know, have something going on. It's all about how you make it to the end. You know, it's all about the outcome that happens. No one...
And is what you were telling yourself during these moments?
Yeah. You know, like, it's time to go. Finish it. Finish it strong. You want to finish, like, doing this, and then you have to run, like, an extra mile, you know, if you F up.
Oh, so if you fall off of the thing, you have to run a mile.
If you decide not to do it, you know.
You don't have to,
You have to take a penalty.
Wow.
So, you know, and the competitive race, I believe you only get, like, twice. So you get one fail and then...
But hold on, let me pause you. So during those moments, no, like, you don't understand what that was doing to everyone around you, Jesse, and to me. So he did it, watch him fall, and I could see the pain. Maybe because we're so close, I could experience what you were feeling. I could tell you did not want to talk. I could tell you were zoned in and you wanted to finish it. And that was motivating me. It was motivating my cousin. It was motivating every person behind you. I saw 40 people behind you waiting. You were motivating every single person because he had a broken bone, dislocated. The whole time, guys, I was pushing him, and it was probably annoying. I'm not gonna lie, it probably was for Jesse, but seeing it, experiencing it, it showed me another side of Jesse. It seriously did. It showed me another side of you. Your mindset is kind of what you said before. Give it everything you have so you have no regrets. You know, during that day, I kind of let him be that day because it was a very painful day for him.
Well, I mean, it's like, you know, you went through everyone's... At the end of the day, I would say we ended it happily, you know, like... We sat down, everyone, like, as a family, had some pizza. You know, it was, all in all, like, it was a good way to face the day and then end the day. And it was good to have people around you that want you to win. A lot of times we think we gotta go through life by ourselves, you know, thinking that it's, you know, a war of one. But a lot of the greats, they always have a good group of people with them at the end of the day, you know?
I can't agree more. So, to bring it, you know, to conclude, it's about the after effect. That's what everything, that is what everything in life is about.
Yeah.
It's about what's
the outcome.
That's why, Jesse, you know, you signed up for this, right?
Yeah.
That's the reason. So explain to us, please, how you felt when you finished. How did you feel the moment you jumped over the fire, completely finished? How'd you feel? How'd you feel when it was completely over? Like, what did it, you know, how'd you feel? Accomplishment, because it had to, dopamine.
Yeah.
So tell me exactly how you felt, please.
Fuck, we're done. You know, that we made it through. That's definitely one. Honestly, it's like you make it to the end. All right, man. Like all this stuff it's finally, you got it done. You faced it. Said, you know, you're not gonna give up. You made it through, and there's always like that light at the end. We made it to the end.
Talk about
it was great. It was to get there because at the end of the day, it's like. Everything's temporary. This whole race was not going to, you know, be an entire year. It was just going to be
handshake. Sorry to hurt your fingers. I didn't squeeze too hard, right?
No, I'm okay now.
So I'm going to repeat what he said. Temporary pain. He knew it wasn't going to be forever. Right. He knew it was going to end eventually. That's what it's about.
To make it across that fire, man, and dude, the thing that put a smile on my face was actually like seeing my brother-in-law and Joe.
I love that.
Like finally, like doing, because I'll be honest.
Because it was their first time.
I mean, this was a hard one, man. You know, it wasn't, and it was, I mean, dude, it was incredible. Like
I'm listening. I just want to show this is the end one more time, guys. So just understand what it took. Understand. I can imagine the feeling that Jesse felt after. And, you know, to me, how I see life, you know, I believe every person should do some sort of challenge and set their mind to something because it will literally change your life, I believe. Mm-hmm. It will put you in a different perspective. And don't correct me if I'm wrong, there's a reason why you continue to do the Spartan Race. There's a reason why you do the 75 hard every year. Mm-hmm. It's because you know there's an after effect. You know it's going to benefit your life. So, you know, a message.
That's a good point.
A message to everyone. I feel every person should do some sort of challenge. Set a goal, something. Yeah. Even if it's not a competition. Set a goal and complete it and just know the pain's temporary, right? But that's not what it's about. Right. It's about the after effect. Right. The after effect. Yeah. And that is, you know, a piece of advice for every person in the world. the reason why Jesse's on the show is because of this.
And that's the thing, dude. Like, you make it. Everything's temporary. You know what you do at that time. Would you rather be the person that's just getting overcome by a lot of situations, or do you want to just zone yourself into that particular thing? Now, I know for me, God willing, I have a lot of life left. And there's a lot of challenges.
God willing, yes.
You know, a lot of challenges to come our way, man. And I hope I just keep facing it like that. And the same way for you, right? I bet, like, when it comes to you wanting to do your next competition, you're not facing that just as like holy shit moment. That it's just that moment. It's like, okay, this is a moment that's gonna make me even better.
Exactly.
You know, it's
What's
the thing
next?
that leads you to the next thing. You know, the next.
You know what I love what you just said?
Yeah.
So we both, me and Jesse, understand, like, the temporary pain isn't over. Right. It's gonna happen again.
Absolutely.
And we don't care.
Absolutely.
We know it, and we're excited. We know we have to go through the pain again,
Right.
but we know the after effect.
Right.
You know, I brought you on today for that reason, for this reason. Keep saying it, I'm gonna keep repeating myself. We're very similar how we think and, you know, the way we live our life. Me and Jesse will also be starting a show together.
Yeah.
Okay? And, you know, we do not know when. We'll keep you guys updated, but let's say, I think it would be more of a podcast, right?
Yeah.
A podcast style more.
Yeah.
So, once again, Jesse, I thank you so much.